Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 155 of Geek Each Week. I am one of your hosts, Christopher Long from Long's Toys. I am joined, of course, by my good buddies, Rye. What's up, Rye?
Hello, I'm here. Yep.
Is that the Ramen Rider shirt? I love that.
Yeah. I about a month or so ago, I went through all my clothes bins and dressers and stuff, trying to reorganize everything and pitch stuff I didn't want. And I finally dug it out. I'm like, this is a classic.
That is good. We got Aresol. What's up, Aresol?
Hello.
And we got Frozen Stratos, aka Corey. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
All right, let's shout out the chat. We got Chenex, we got Jeff, we got Ryder, we got Floof, we got Edward Tanzer, we got Morgan.
Hi, baby.
So you're late tonight. What's going on? We got Thrasher, we got AJMC, we got Donnie Pearson, we got Eric. What's up, Eric? We got Bryn Paints, we got Azure, we got Red Nimpo Entertainment. Hello, Astronaut, Blade Raider. I think that's everybody.
It was weird when we started. Oh,
the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, I noticed. It's very distracting. we just before we started, it said 13 people watching, and after the intro, it was 10. And I'm like, did 3 people find the intro so appalling that they left?
Because you keep picking the Tire Coke on. You got to mix it up. We got other ones. You got to spread it around.
Do I always pick that one?
We lost them in that split second when they realized Josh wasn't here.
I was going to say, as soon as Josh wasn't here, we're like, oh, try again next week.
Yeah.
We got Liz. What's up, Liz? Sentai Guide. Hello. I don't know what the hell's going on in the chat.
I have no idea.
I'm here for it, though.
Starting off already after last week. All right. We'll go ahead and get started. What did you get, right?
Let's see. I got a new watch band.
Oh, nice.
Because my other one was getting dirty, and this one is significantly more gay. So we did that.
Thrasher says, so many times I've wanted to leave because Josh is here, but I stay strong. Eric's threatening to leave. Thanks, buddy.
Also, baby, trust me when I say you are not too gay for this chat.
I like the idea that watching our show is like a contest of wills.
One of them lost already.
They're like, oh, fuck this shit again. I'll try soldier on.
Many people in the chat have outlived Josh, so,
It's true.
Our 5th member is just going to be an Arby's soon.
We got a clip for that.
We do. Now I have to scroll back up.
Everybody knows the only time it's applicable to burn down a building on purpose is when they're constructing an Arby's.
I got nachos.
Oh,
or a spirit Halloween Thrashers. The nachos were delicious.
That's right.
They are really good. Something about this fucking cheese.
Where'd you get them?
7-Eleven.
Oh.
Did you know 7-Eleven is a purely Japanese-owned company? I did not know that.
Oh. Is that why they're so much better in Japan than they
Yeah, it seems like it.
That makes sense.
I thought they started here and then just went to Japan, but I think it's the other way around.
Right. Imagine the nachos there.
Oh my god.
I bet the cheese tastes fucking phenomenal. Like,
You probably have like
if
tempura
this American
nachos or
trash is good, damn.
The slop they're feeding us.
I just remember when I went to Japan and like just McDonald's, how much better it was, because like this was even before Wendy's used to do this, but it was like you could get as your side fries or nuggets, or they had these like little dessert pancakes with like icing and fruit compote on them, and I was just like,
Ooh.
damn, McDonald's, like you give me all these options. This is crazy.
Chat's on shit's on fire today.
All right, tell you what, instead of Power Morphicon this year, let's go to a 7-Eleven in Japan.
Yeah. Fly to Japan, go to a
We'll have
7-Eleven,
a McDonald's along the way.
Yeah, and that's it. McDonald's, that's pushing it.
Yeah, can't do it. Can't do it unless they got the McGrand still. They had this sandwich over there called the McGrand while I was there, and when I came back, we didn't have it here, and I was so bummed. But it like got unveiled there while I was there. It was like, and it's funny because if you think of the individual components, I don't like most. Like it was a sourdough bun, which I'm not a big fan of sourdough bread, and then I think it was like a quarter pounder kind of patty with like ketchup and horseradish sauce, and I don't really like horseradish either, but for whatever reason all of it together was the best McDonald's thing I've still ever had to this day. And while I was there, I either ate white rice or McDonald's. Like those are the only two things that I ate because it's so fish heavy and I don't like fish. And I lost so much weight eating McDonald's. It makes no sense. But also because they had to like walk us around to every Shinto shrine that exists. It was part of like the college package that I was on. So it was the most walking I ever did in my life, up and down stairs and everything. So between that and like all the white rice, I lost so much weight, and I was still eating a ton of McDonald's. I don't know how I did it, but it was so good.
Because their McDonald's is made out of better shit.
Probably. I mean, honestly, it probably is better over there. Reverse supersize me, yeah. But yeah, it's a magical place. Corey can get his frozen Christmas cakes.
Yeah, right.
We still need Josh to buy that private jet or rent the private jet.
TikTok, Josh.
Plus, they still have Toys R Us over there, so that's another thing that'd be fun.
True, yeah.
Because that's literally, I got there and I was like, where's the closest? What'd you say?
You can yell a secret passphrase to one of the employees.
That's right, yes. The secret passphrase is just the name of the Sentai that's currently airing. I just walk in, I'm like, bound you. They're like, oh my God, settle down.
This man knows.
How does this white man know our code? But yeah, the first thing I got there, I was like, where's the nearest Toys R Us? And it was cool because the building, it was like the Toys R Us was on the base floor of the building, and then it was a tower, and as you went up, they had like a flea market type store where it was just people selling older toys and stuff. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is really cool. I spent quite a bit of money. Then I had to figure out how to get it all back. That was the problem. Anyway, we got way off topic. Right, you were eating nachos, I think.
Yep. And honestly, that's the only fucking thing I got. So I'm just gonna sit here and continue eating my BL flavored nachos, I guess, and
always love flavored
enjoy.
nachos.
Right? Do you want to tell them to subscribe?
No, I don't want to take that from you.
She just wants to eat nachos and not let him.
You up.
Do you see how one hand is holding the container of nachos and the other hand is holding the nacho? There are no more free hands. She can't click on anything.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat my Game Man nachos.
I was gonna click it regardless. I was just queuing you up to like.
Oh, do the thing.
It just makes me think of like this Bush commercials. Roll that beautiful beat footage. I didn't really get anything either. I think the only thing I got is the G.I. Joe, whatever the ATV is called, the new one for Classified that just came out. It's downstairs, so I didn't bring it upstairs. But one thing I did finally do, I held off for the longest time, but I finally joined TikTok. So all the kids are doing it. Apparently it's the cool thing to do. And I don't really follow anything on there, so it just whatever it suggests to me. And I don't know if anyone else has seen these, but they have this like series. I don't even know. I guess it's the same person, but it's like these little computer generated, and it's like Little John saved all his money and was only able to get an apartment that's the size of your closet. And so he, found a way to make it spacious. And it's like, he built up the thing and he put all these drawers in, and it's neat to watch because it's like all the different things you can do with just a space and, really customize it. But the thing that's funniest about it to me is the way they narrate it, because everything is like galvanized steel rods and eco-friendly wood veneer. And it's always like Little John had to go out and get galvanized steel rods that he borrowed from his aunt. And I'm like, what? Like every other thing is like, then he asked his uncle for money so he could
steel rods.
He could buy screws to secure it to the wall. And I'm just like, why is he like? First of all, who is his aunt that she has all this shit, and why is she gonna ask for these rods back? They're part of his bed now. Like, is he really borrowing them? Why don't you just say he used these rods or he went out and bought screws? Like, why is it always like he went out and borrowed this thing from his second aunt and it's wood veneer? And I'm like, okay. And then there was even one that was like Little John was part of a zombie apocalypse, and he fled to an area that he found out had a lot of supplies, and so he decided to make it his new home. It was a raised structure to keep the zombies away. And I'm like, okay. And then it just launches into it. He went out and got galvanized steel and borrowed some screws from his second aunt. I'm like, even during the zombie apocalypse, he's like, hey, auntie, I'll be over. Can you get me some of those screws I like? I'll be over in 10 minutes, maybe 20 if the zombies are bad. Like, it's just the stupidest narration. And I really don't understand it. So I don't know if anyone else in the chat has seen these. But they're like all, and the thing is, it's like he rented a room in New York City, and it's literally like 1 foot by 5 feet. And I'm like, there's no way any place like that exists. I understand it's Manhattan, but no one can get away with renting a closet and pretending it's an apartment. It doesn't even have a toilet or anything. It's just a
I love how
rectangle.
I love how renting out like a tiny ass room is the least convincing part of the zombie apocalypse and the galvanized steel.
No, those are two different. The zombie apocalypse was only the one.
Oh, I see.
They're not all zombie apocalypse themed. I just happened to see one that was, for whatever reason, specifically zombie apocalypse. And then it'll be, for whatever reason, the guy's name is called Little John. It'll be like, Little John's wife accidentally gave birth to 8 children. I'm like, what the fuck?
Accidentally.
That's my favorite part. Wife, what did I tell you? I wanted 1 child, not 8. Now I have to go build a superstructure in their room. And it's like, children need to have their little secrets, so we need to build them a secret area.
What?
What is their little
my aunt only has so many galvanized steel rods.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. It depends how many eco-friendly wood veneer my aunt has, but to see if I can build you a space for your little secrets. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, they're the weirdest fucking things. If you ever see them, watch at least just one, because it's so bizarre. But anyway, yes. So, huzzah! If anyone wants to watch my Lego shit on TikTok, it exists now. So that's all I really did this week.
Rods.
Yeah, I don't have any galvanized steel rods. I have no eco-friendly wood veneer. The other thing they always do is they just build a toilet somewhere in the room.
Toilet?
It's just a toilet, and then they're like, and then he installed like a shower wand, and I'm like, but there's no drain on the floor or tiled area. He's just gonna use his shower in the middle of his apartment, and just the water will air dry. I guess I don't know what's going on with this design.
You flush at the end.
I mean, maybe if he literally, but then it's like you have to make sure that all of it gets over the toilet. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Real quick, Morgan reminded me that he bought me the Build-A-Bear Munchlax. It's at his house right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, okay.
But it is something I own, and I can show it off next week.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay,
Aresol,
maybe-
you're next.
Oh boy, I can't wait to show off all of my stuff.
I hope Corey bought something this week, or it's gonna be a 45-minute show.
It's gonna be a quick one.
You know what that means?
How many galvanized steel rods do you have?
I think we need to find out what's going on with the sweep. Maybe we can go down an aisle and get some galvanized steel rods that we throw into our cart for big money.
I was trying to find an appropriate clip, but I can't. Here you go, Corey.
Oh, okay, cool. We're good. Hey, I wasn't here for this part of it last week, so I have a bunch of stuff that happened all in between. I went to a convention, and I went to I saw this booth, and I was like, oh wow, they have Glyos there. That's neat. Like, just in a huge tub. I was just looking through them. I was like, this is all probably like $25 each. Before I keep going, let me ask the dude how much these are. I think unmarked stuff is like $10. Yeah. Oh, okay.
The buzz is building.
I got a bunch of Glyos for $10 each. This is like, I don't know. It to me it looks like Swamp Thing. That's why I got them. So
I was thinking alien wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy on the left had a fabulous mustache.
yeah, that's right. There's
So
this
what are
ninja
these?
dude.
What are Glyos?
Glyos, so they're like an indie. I think it's multiple indie toy lines that all use the same peg system. They're all like, like a.
Who's that?
software
Corporal
figure.
America?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like slightly knocked off figures. This is like Galaxy Ninja looking guy. Some of the cooler stuff that I got from it though were some pretty neat homages. Let's see if I can.
What do these
I don't
usually
know where the
cost?
other
That
ones
10 was such a deal.
$25 baseline. So
Is it like a Kickstarter or something?
no, I mean they just drop them in waves every now and again.
Oh.
But there is this
I like that guy.
Pterodon figure that is painted in the colors of Dino Thunder White that I really liked. So
Looks like a
thought that was
gargoyle.
really neat.
I was just gonna say, you paint the body gray and swap the head out. You got a gargoyle.
They did
That's a
that.
gargoyle,
It
isn't
was in the $10 bucket.
You didn't get the gargoyle?
I did not.
Oh, kick him off. He's off the stream.
All right.
Next, you don't fuck with the gargoyles, bro.
I also got two of them that were painted up to. Oh, here's one. Painted up to look like putties.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. And then one of them was just like almost all gold to be like the Goldar. So I thought those were neat to have. Ended up with those.
How tall are they? 3 inches? 4 inches?
About 3. So this is him next to a clone trooper.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe 3.5 on a good day.
So I got those. I also got like some clone troopers out of a $5 bin.
Of course.
Yeah. I ended up getting more Phase 1 white clone troopers, and I used their legs.
How many?
5.
Oh, sorry. The chat said 10. You're done.
Damn,
Totally
wait,
fine.
sorry.
And he thought 10 was reasonable. He thought that was conservative.
I got 5, and I started swapping out the old legs of these ARC troopers with the new legs, and Also swapping in the belts, cutting out the holsters and stuff to make as close to accurate as I could get of a Captain Fordo and some of the Munilist 10. So I'm slowly but surely building out sort of like I think a lore accurate version of each of those figures. I need to get a different pauldron.
Is there like a clone trooper Samwise to go with Commander Fordo?
Yeah.
Look how confused Corey is. That's the funnest part. Like I make a stupid joke and Corey's just like, I got nothing.
Sounds like Frodo, Corey.
Oh!
Thank
you. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm up to date. Also, I bought stuff from an eBay seller. I don't know if you've seen the JediCon 2-pack, but it is. Is
that just an empty box? Good thing Josh is.
Well, I took them out of the box, but the box is nice.
It's an empty box. He doesn't understand.
I've done this to trigger Josh.
I know.
So. Yeah, it came with some. I think this guy and then a commander of this guy. So that was really nice. But the other thing I got from this dude was like a case of older, what was this, Saga Legends figures. I opened a handful of them up. Like the box smelled okay, but I opened them up and then they all started to smell like smoke. So here's my question. What would you do as the chat or also my co-host? What would you do if you got them out? Now, this is going to take a little bit. I took them out and I was like, okay, what can I do? Can I unsmokify the smell of this shit? Or do I just go for the refund? Asked, hey, did this come from a smoke-free environment? He said, it was in a storage place before, and then 2 months ago, I brought it back to my house. It's a smoke-free house, so it might have happened in the storage thing. So I took a few out just to see what I could do. Apparently, you can wrap them in dryer sheets, and it's supposed to work. I smelled them after like a few hours or so. I could still smell the smoke. So I was messaging the guy, hey, do you think I could get a refund if I sent these back or something? Absolutely ghosted. I probably should have taken like the hit the refund button or something, but I didn't, and I just got busy and didn't deal with it for a little bit. Then I came back to the figures, unwrapped them again, and the smoke had more or less gone away. And then at that point, if I do officially send back a refund and they don't smell like smoke and they smell like dryer sheets, the guy might ding me for like, oh, well, these aren't smoky at all. What are you talking about?
He's not going to give you a refund. You bought them and you opened them.
Yeah, I know. That's
the reason he hasn't gotten back to you is because he has no intention of doing it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I've just started opening them and throwing them into dryer sheets. But you're
the only person I know of that ever has this problem. It's very strange.
And it's like, it's packaged toys, too. Like, you'd think they'd be fine, but they always end up smelling like smoke, and I don't know what to do.
Are you sure it's not just like the plastic breaking down and that has a smell?
No, that smells different. Like if you smelled it, there's a distinct difference.
Ryan has a question, then I have a suggestion.
Sure.
I was just trying to figure out how like smoke would get on them in the plastic.
I don't know.
It's very confusing. Also, after Aresol's suggestion, Eric has a suggestion.
Okay, cool.
Well, Eric has a real suggestion. Mine was to take up smoking. then you won't notice it.
Yeah,
That'll fix
true.
the problem.
While you're smoking, you do not notice the smell of cigarette. Everyone else does, but you do not notice it.
That's fair. So, also, before we get to Eric's, I did want to mention that does bring my total up. I got 2 of these guys, 1 of this guy, and then another green guy, and then Commander Apo. So that is 5 more clone
Yep.
troopers. So that
I was
is
gonna
10.
say, you got a Commander dog food brand? What is going on? Yeah, Falcon Text says put them in with charcoal.
Charcoal bags. Okay.
Because charcoal does absorb like everything, so
Let's
they use
see.
it for.
Yeah. Give them a bath. I gave a few of them a bath. I'll probably do that for the rest.
Just a
No,
nice
I'm
bubble
serious.
bath.
Make a bubble bath, put some
about-
candles, make it really nice.
Baking soda is the other thing people recommend. That one I think I should give a try to as well. Had to do the dryer sheet thing on something my dad gave me from his collection, but I let them. Oh, and plastic dry. Oh, okay, that's a good idea because I was like, I guess the effect of the dryer sheet is going to dissipate day to day if it.
You
Just
didn't
gets
put them in
left out.
anything?
No, I just wrapped them in the dryer sheets and
Oh.
hope for the best. Look, I'm new to like reviving these. The last time I got smoked items, I brought it back to the book off and they took them. So this time I'm just SOL. So okay, and then give them hot water. So, okay, all right. So I will do that afterwards. Bought some TFs that were smoky. It takes a while. Clean them. Let them air out.
2 8.
Double
Yeah,
air.
that's a lot of air. Falcon's Tech. Charcoal bags and toss them in a box together. It'll take a while, weeks, maybe months.
I'm just wondering, like, what happened at the storage unit? Like, unless there was a fire in the storage unit, I really don't get.
Or he's just lying.
Because, like, people just like walking around smoking cigarettes near the storage unit would not permeate it that hard. I don't feel.
Yeah.
Like that.
So also,
Maybe I'm stupid. I don't understand the recharge thing.
no, like I've also been told that like to leave them in like sunlight, not necessarily like outside, but near a window. I don't know what it does. I have no clue how it like helps the process. But
I
If they're
think,
white, won't it yellow them?
that's what I
I
worry
believe he's talking about the charcoal bags.
about.
I believe charcoal needs like to recharge
Oh, okay.
Okay.
to do what it's supposed to do. I think. I
I
don't
was
know
gonna
for
say
sure.
I've never heard of having to recharge toys like in that way.
Okay. But yeah, now I'm thinking I might just leave this guy a bad review and just say fuck it. Don't buy from this guy. His storage unit is filled with smoke or something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that's my whole shit, I think. So
Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
The
I
Sunday
got-
of the
I got
smoky
the-
clothes.
News up.
Oh, okay.
I'll just I already had it open. I don't.
Got it. All right. Oh, soda pop 8 ounce. We got the return of X8 to soda, but this time it's Chronicle. They look like pretty decent figures. They talked about the transparent plastic they're using on the chest and the goggles to make it look like it's multiple layers of shit, and I really appreciate that. It looks good. They were also saying that like, hey, now that it's however many years past, like we can make these guys more accurate. The silvers are a lot closer than they were before. The neon greens are a lot better now, specifically on Snipe as well. Each of these figures, so there are 5 figures total, Each of them are going to come with their accessories. There's no associated accessory pack. What you see is what you get for the 2 boxes. And then at the very end, they gave us this weird, like, ominous, I guess, like, comment that said, hey, to those of you who are worried that, like, oh no, Soto is doing X8 again when they haven't gotten to the rest of older Heisei stuff, and is this the end of Soto going back, like, since it's coming back to X8? I didn't think that was on the table, but apparently they got enough reaction that was the case. And they were saying, well, can't say anything specifically. However, the future of Soto Chronicle, even forms and extra characters for this set, it's going to depend on how well these do. So please pre-order them if you like them. And I'm like, so that didn't assure me at all. Is Soto Chronicle just sort of fucked?
If they were hinging, like, the fate of their line on something doing well, why would they redo something that they already did? Like, you think they'd do something that people really wanted.
I mean,
like that manhole cover.
Yeah, yeah. I've been clamoring for the manhole cover.
Everyone has.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering, like, because I thought these were neat enough as it was up until the end of that, and I was like, oh, I mean, I guess it would make sense as a last hurrah for Chronicle if they decided to go back to Xaid. Xaid was the first ever Soto line to begin with, so it is neat, but also, like, I don't necessarily need these guys right now, but if you're saying it's the last, then, like, I guess I better get on top of it, you know?
I can't fuck with this shit anymore. The stickers are so terrible.
If it's potentially the last one, reasonably speaking, you just skip it because there isn't going to be no more.
That's fair, but, like, I've said this a few times, but I'm a Soto fan before I am a Kamen Rider fan, so I do really like how in the blog they highlight, like, the massive difference between these figures and where they started, and I do kind of like them as, like, a benchmark for where they've come.
Sure.
So I do really like these. I do want them. I was gonna pick them up regardless, but now it gives me, I guess, you know, whatever more incentive.
Now they're holding you hostage, so you have to buy them.
I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you know. And just to be clear, they were saying specifically for Chronicle. Like, we know that the final forms and stuff for Gotchard aren't in the last Gotchard set, and they said they were going to make them, so eventually we are probably going to get a Soto Gav. We just might not be getting Chronicle to go alongside it anymore. So we will see what happens. Yeah, so that's that. They also said they're not doing the level 1 forms because these are more or less close enough to.
They're too adorable. Soto Chronicle wouldn't make it. If anything, you think they would, because they could literally just make one body and just pop it out 8 times with different stickers.
What?
You just seem like you completely zoned out.
I don't even know what course.
For a second, like you switched the thing, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, we did. I did put that in there, and then I realized Chris was finishing up what he was saying, and I didn't hear what he said.
That's fine.
Mini Blah is here, the second one for Boom Boom Jur, And it's just like the extra stuff that hasn't been out yet. So that's it, I think.
All right.
Okay.
We got these silhouettes for more SMP stuff. And then I did digitally correct, like, you know how with the Xade ones we were able to up the brightness and you can see it. We did do that, and I did put it on the next slide. It is Denji Blue.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. I knew it. I knew it.
I hope you're excited, just as excited as I am. These are pretty neat. I actually don't know what the silhouettes are. I assume.
So,
it's like,
I mean, the top one obviously
it's
is
King of
they're Giga
Oh,
Man, and the top one is obviously the bull. I guess the other one is that the red thing and the blue one made of the jets? They just have the lights of Orion on them, I guess. Is that what's going on with that?
I thought it was Victory Mars with the lights of Orion.
Oh, because that happened in that movie or something, didn't it?
I thought.
When they did did they team up? Yeah, they were next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I thought it was just the two Go 5 things with the lights of Orion. But...
Huh.
You might be right. I don't know.
AJMC.
Okay.
I'm correct.
Yeah, it sounds like the chat agrees. Okay, interesting.
there's this guy. You can have him crouch backwards and do the backwards crab leg situation.
Speaking of Victory Mars.
It does look good though.
Yeah. It even has that mechanism where his face like folds out and looks like it inflates. That shit was neat. And it's got all the little separated parts. Got some swords. You can shoot a jet from the stick. That's all I know about this guy.
You can shoot a jet from the stick. Okay.
I was half right.
All right. We also got the Shoto Double Cross set for this Kuga, and also
They're just doing all of this shit that they just did. This is why I'm not buying Soto anymore, because they just do all of it again in Shoto, and I'd rather have the Shoto anyway. I'm not buying Soto anymore. Like
this is
this is every time.
Bandai.
And Dagupa Zeva, but
Yeah, and the Guava Zebra is here.
The guava
they are
zebra.
I'm pretty sure the blog translated it to that once. You do get an extra helmet with the different eyes. The black eyes for whatever situation that would entail. I'm sure it's helpful to someone here. I have definitely seen Kuga. Let's move on.
the red eyes it's when he has control.
Oh, okay. And then the black is when they take over. Whoever they are.
Sure. Why would Chris burn?
Because they're on fire in this shot.
Oh. All right.
Gotta make sure it's fire compatible.
I mean, I might get these eventually one day on Bai, but I'm pretty sure I have the Soto one. I got the Soto one cheap somewhere, like on Bai or something one time.
You can burn the soda ones.
I guess that's true, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
The Black Eyes is from Decade, they're saying?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Speaking of burning things,
Rising Ultimate is from TK.
Oh.
Black Eyes was a normal Kuga.
The Black Eyed Peas were not indicated.
yeah, don't you remember Kuga IM? Anyway, I feel like that fight was like didn't they fight on like an ice pond or something? It was like because there was all this build up, and then they punched each other once, and the fight was over, and I was like, and then he just thumbs up, and the show was over, and I was like, okay, that was really quick.
So Sentai's here.
We have
we go into
Geek
space.
Under- Yeah. I don't know. I'm after the Kyoryuger crossover movie, I was like, oh man, I really wish they did something better. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is something better.
It's got Doggy Kruger in it. Of course it's going to be better.
Yeah.
And this
the
time he's
continued-
actually a dog.
And they've got the president.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was.
Yeah. So that's neat.
I
Prince
mean,
is
I
back.
hope there's more Q Rangers in it than just him, but
Yeah,
probably not.
Wasn't there like a Q Ranger, Deca Ranger, Space Sheriff Gavin
Yeah, it was
movie at one point?
Space Squad.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a thing.
If this is Space Squad Take 2, then I'm cool with it. I like the idea of it before, but the execution was really weird, so we could try again. Yeah.
Chenik said this is the 4th time Doggy has met the Q Rangers. Space.
In space. There's a movie poster, and Kamen Rider, another Lightning McQueen is here. He looks very strange.
Who is this dude down here in the lower left?
A true hero.
I don't know.
Looks like Garrett from Community. I don't think this is a Kamen Rider. This is just their summer movie, right?
No, I know. Yeah.
He was making a joke about how it kind of looks like Drive.
Oh. I was waiting for the humorous ending. Anyway, so this is this is the bad guy of the movie, this thing on the right.
Yeah, he's just another one of the generals for the bad guys.
Hush aliens or
Yeah,
whatever.
them. I always forget what they're called because I just called the main 3 Team Rocket.
Yeah, kind of, because like the little things like Meowth, I can see it. Yeah, all right, I'm on board. Floof said apparently there's some kind of comedians in Japan that have cameos in both the summer movies.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah. I used to love when they used to do like the original Ninja Warrior, the Sasuke, and they would have like 100 people are going to come and take on the course, but really only like 20 of them were actual athletes. Most of them were like models or fat comedians or other random personalities in Japan, and they'd be like, oh look, it's our favorite comedian, this fat guy, and he would like take one step and immediately fall in the water. It's just a huge waste of time, but it was always funny.
I know a few Toku actors were on
Yeah,
the course.
the one I saw was which one was it? I think it was Boken Red. At one point, Boken Red, he got far. I think he might have done the first round, but didn't get any farther than that. Yeah, because I was watching it one night and it was like, oh, this guy played Boken Red, and I was like, oh shit, that's cool. Back when G4 existed for like a year, I used to watch that show all the time.
Power Rangers.
Joss isn't here. Skip it.
This is out if you want it.
These guys are buffer than when Bandai America made action figures. Damn. They're beasts.
So you know what, you say that because the character creation is like those sliding scales, so you can make them really huge. I wonder if you can make these just like ridiculously buff.
I'm sure you can. Because like they're just skins for characters, so like I imagine they still have to fit within the boundaries of the character creator.
Yeah, it's this is just a mod to reskin stuff that's already in the game. It costs $10, which I didn't know after I had already downloaded the game. But
Yeah, it's 15 skins total, so you get like the 5 weapon skins, the 5 ranger skins, and then the 5 dinosaur skins.
The funny thing is, I saw a video and the dinosaurs are like in scale with each other
Yeah.
as they would be as dinosaurs, not like on the show. So like the
Saber-tooth
tiger is
tiger's
so
real
much
small.
smaller than everything else. And someone was like, "Make a Megazord out of this," and I was like, "You can't." He just be walking around on his gimpy leg.
Yeah, it
It's
was
not gonna work.
it was really funny to me because I'm like, I get why this is, but it's hilarious to see. So the saber-tooth tiger is like yay big, and then the triceratops is like this. And I'm like, damn. Oh yeah, Bryn said you also get emotes, like you get their like main pose.
Cool. Comics.
Yojimbo. Your fucking title this week, I swear to God.
I made that for all the Jimmy Neutron bands out here. Some totaling at maybe 1 or 2.
But yeah, they're doing a one shot of MMPR with Usagi Yojimbo, and that is neat. It should be pretty good.
Who drew the one on the left?
Is it just done in the style of Usagi Yojimbo?
Yeah, I believe so.
The
Says
Rangers
the
look
art
real
is
weird.
Done by Stan Sakai.
I mean,
I believe that is.
Usagi
Yeah,
looks great.
Yeah,
but
the
Rangers
original
look
artist.
really weird. Maybe it's the poses
Yeah.
they're in. I don't know, but it looks like the old paper cut comic. It's not great.
Oh God. But yeah, hopefully this will like potentially lead into more stuff.
Astronaut said Josh drew the left one. He made a shirt of it.
It does kind of look like Josh's drawing.
I always thought that Usagi was a TMNT character because I thought they crossed over every now and then.
I mean,
No,
they did-
he. You're right. He did show up there, but he's not. Eastman and Laird didn't create him, but
I
he's
see.
strongly associated with them.
I see.
I just like, Red Ranger's grabbing hard for Blue Ranger's crotch, and
same.
Black's kind of doing the same thing up here for Green, while Green stands very awkwardly. I don't know, just
with his dagger way back.
Yeah, the poses are just really awkward.
So these are the Power More Rangers that Josh is talking about.
I mean, Pink looks okay. Pink's the only one that's in like a normal kind of pose. I don't know. Just weird.
I'm very excited though. Ryan Parrott's writing it, so it should be good.
Cool.
Switch.
Why did Nintendo Switch this?
Yeah,
This is more like the Nintendo Stretch.
all right. I didn't have time. Right? So there was a Nintendo Direct recently.
Ooh.
So just multiple slides with a bunch of game covers.
A bunch of game.
A bunch of shit I've never heard of and will never play.
The Dragon Quest HD 2D remake. Thanks,
Look
Square Enix.
really good.
Looks real good.
Yeah, I never expected to see a Dragon Quest game done in that kind of art style. It's
But it
really
works.
cool.
I mean, the HD 2D stuff just always looks really good.
Yeah. And it actually doesn't clash with the Toriyama art
No.
that much. Yeah, this is just like I put the stuff that I figured we'd care the least about in the first
Sure.
But I do still want to play most of these. I think they're kind of cool. Phantom Brave finally got a sequel after 20 years. I don't know who was asking for it, but hey,
Someone
there
was.
you go. Farmagia is how they kept saying it. I hate that. That looked neat. You grow creatures and then almost like farming creatures plus Pikmin style combat. Yeah.
You chuck them at him.
And then like the new game from the Danganronpa. I can't speak today. But those guys. These look neat for what they are. They're just a bunch of RPGs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Let's go. Good to see. Like, no joke. Good to see it getting ported to Switch because it's been on mobile for a very long time now. But it oddly cute, fun game if you like kind of like an Animal Crossing style of game. It's oddly good. New Metal Slug, because why not?
It's tower defense, which I thought was really neat.
Yeah, that is very different, but it still like looks like Metal Slug, so
yeah,
it was kind of neat.
Mio didn't look too bad. It's kind of a platformer. I'm assuming maybe a Metroidvania. I don't know. They didn't say much about it. Tales of the Shire was neat. I don't know what the goal is gonna be, but
to tell everyone about your Shire.
It's kind of cute to get just hey, you want to live as a hobbit? There you go. Why not?
Bryn said Metal Slug was a port of the phone game that sucked.
Oh.
Look at that. You got a port of a phone game that's good and a port of a phone game that sucked. I don't know what the top right one is, but
that game where like it's like creature collecting, but they're just men in suits.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, that's so much fun.
They're just normal men.
Me and Morgan do love collecting men.
This is an app of boys.
I'm interested.
But yeah, and then we get the fighting collection.
Oh my god! Capcom. Yes, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 finally being on something new age. Blessed. One of the best fighting games, like 2D fighting games, ever made, and it's been like locked up in a dungeon for years and years now, and it's finally coming to something that's not like. Did the arcade 1-up machines even have 2, or was it 1?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Did one of them. There's so many that are very similar because like there's X-Men versus Street Fighter, then Marvel versus Street Fighter, then Marvel versus Capcom, then Marvel versus Capcom's 2. So
it just kept getting bigger.
Yeah,
like it was X-Men and Street Fighter, and then they're like, oh, we'll put in more Marvel characters, and they're like, okay, we'll put in more Capcom characters, and we're like, we'll just expand the roster again.
The one that I played the most was Marvel versus Street Fighter, just because one of my friends had it, and so we played. I think it was like for original PlayStation, and so that was the one I ended up playing the most. So I was happy that was included. But yeah, they all look fun. I'll have to try them all
out. It also had 1 or 2 of the like classic side scrollers.
Yeah, like the Punisher game is a side scroller beat 'em up with Nick Fury. I was like, that's so random. It's like, here's all these fighting games, and then
and then
the Punisher game is here as well. And you're like, okay.
That was the one game that I genuinely had no idea existed. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either. I was like, okay. I mean, it looks fine, I guess. I just didn't know what it was.
But it's really exciting that it exists, and I'm just really fucking happy about that. I will buy it for sure.
I put. Well, I was gonna say some of the crap, but there's games here that I actually would play. I put the crap in the top left corner.
Why
What?
would they do this?
It's such a weird thing to do.
What do you? Is it like?
It's kind of like a Lego Dimensions Skylanders looking kind of game, but you just pick a Funko off a wall of Funkos, like in the
And then
game,
you hop into like that world.
and then you just play worlds based around that, like, not genre but like series.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
I hated that I
No kidding.
didn't hate it as much as I did, but it does not look good.
I had no idea they were making a Lego Horizon game.
Yeah, I didn't know until
to me.
I was shown a couple things from the PlayStation thing, like last week
Yeah,
or the week
it's
before.
relatively recently announced. I just have no connection to that game, so it's cool that it's in Lego, but I just don't know that I care. But it looks neat enough if you like, if you know what that game is.
But yeah, it does look neat. I probably won't check it out just because I don't have time, and two, I never finished the second Horizons game. I don't think I finished the first Horizons game.
I think they said it's based on the first game.
Okay, I think I played like half.
So like it's probably a similar story to that, but it's also got a lot of wacky stuff in it. I think I saw them shooting sharks at one point.
Yes.
What?
You got to keep those sharks in check.
There's the Looney Tunes thing that looks fine. Ace Attorney, if you're into that.
One of the games is coming out in English for the first time, so that's neat.
Yeah. And then there's the Nintendo World Championships thing, which is, I don't think full games. They're like snippets of the games.
Yeah, so I think what it was back in the day, they had these competitions, the World Championships, and what they would do is they had these special cartridges made, and they would, have all the contestants come in, and they'd be given a game at random, and like you said, here's 5 minutes of Legend of Zelda, and I don't know if it was like beat the dungeon or get the highest score. I don't know what the objective was during the competition, but that's what this is kind of celebrating. So it's like the cartridges that were specially made for the competition now getting like a physical thing that you can buy, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
There's also a Japanese version that comes with 2 Famicom Joy-Cons that look like the old Famicom, like the maroon Famicom controllers. So I bought the Japanese one and the American one.
Yeah, and you can play against other people's times and post yours to like a leaderboard. So
it's like you're in the competition, but you can't win anything.
Yeah.
And you paid to enter.
I know the physical edition is $60.
Yeah, I think so.
But the digital version's I think $30. So
yeah, because you're mostly paying for you get the car. I don't think that cartridge works, but they made like a mock-up cartridge, and there's some cool like postcardy type things and the manual and just some nifty shit.
And then
here we go.
Nintendo proper stuff.
I didn't realize it'd been 9 years since the last Mario and Luigi game, which is crazy to me, but I guess it has been. Looked really good. I out of left field. I don't remember hearing any rumors at all for, honestly, any of this other than the obvious.
Mario Party Jamboree, yes,
yeah,
of course.
yeah. Like, that one was like no brainer.
The animations for the like combos and stuff you can do with Mario and Luigi are super fluid. They look really good.
Yeah, the
art style is really cute.
Oh yeah, was the last one 3DS?
I'm sure it was.
Maybe. I think there's at least one 3DS one, but
Okay.
I feel like most of them were DS. Or
yeah, there was at least 3 of them on
like
the
one
DS or Game Boy.
GBA.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. The 3D aspect of the 3DS lasted for what, the first year of the 3DS, and then they were just like, it's basically just the DS again.
Yeah.
But we made you buy a new one.
So yeah, like seeing that art style in that world in like a 3D, I would say a 3D setting, because I think it's the same kind of aspect as the DS games, but just like in a 3D generated space was really nice. So I'll probably pick that up. I liked all the other Mario and Luigi games, and it's also just kind of wild that like Super Mario RPG got a remake, Thousand Year Door got a remake, and then Mario and Luigi's getting a new game. Like all 3 Mario RPG franchises got an entry within the span of a year.
Yeah,
So
but
good on
2
them.
of them were just ports. They weren't new games.
But they're both real good ones.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong.
I mean, actually, Super Mario RPG isn't even a port; it's just a remake.
Yeah, that's true.
And Thousand Year Door was actually a remake too, but it felt slightly more port-ish, just because the art style.
I was gonna say there's not much you can do to upscale that. Just considering the art is
it was built from the
2D
ground up,
drawings,
but it just kind of looked the same.
Yeah.
I wanted to do Super Paper Mario. That was I think that was the one. That's the only one I ever finished. It's at least the one I played the most. That's the one I liked the most for Wii.
I really liked that one. It was not like a true Paper Mario game, but it was really fucking fun. Like I loved the mix of Paper Mario's style with like a traditional like platformer kind of thing. I loved Super Paper Mario. I'd love
and you could turn it like 3D for a minute and find new spots to go in and everything. And I loved the villains; they were fun. I think I played Color Splash, but it was eh. And then I bought the Origami one, and I played like an hour and never touched it again.
Origami King was okay. Color Splash and Sticker Star were both not that great in my opinion. But yeah, they were fine, but hopefully we'll get a new Paper Mario game for the Switch 2 or whatever. For Mario Party Jamboree, also looks good. I mean, it's traditional Mario Party stuff. They just added a bunch of new modes and all that. I haven't played a Mario Party in a while because being an adult sucks.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I bought Super Paper Mario and played it one time with my wife and then never touched it again. I was like, oh yeah, nobody plays this if you don't. Like, I played it when I lived in my college dorm. That's when we played.
Yeah.
I think we used to play 5 a lot. 5 was really fun.
Yeah, like I used to play Mario Party at the time when I was like hanging out with friends every weekend and didn't have a job and was like in college and now I'm like, oh, I've got to work on Saturday. I've got things to do. Fuck, I need to sleep. But it does look good. I'll still probably pick it up. But the fucking Zelda game. Go ahead.
Who, me?
Oh, I thought I was going to say something.
I was, but doesn't matter. We can move on.
I mean, look, you guys can talk about it. If you love it, you love it, and that's great. But I just like, here's the thing.
I
Like,
thought,
oh, you play as Zelda. I'm like, okay, I'm on board. You know, but then you clone a bed and make a stack of beds. Okay, then you can throw a bed at a monster. Why? Just walk around and clone more shit and throw it at people. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Are we just done making Zelda games? Like, my choices are either
I'm sorry,
Breath of
did
the
someone say
Wild
clone?
style shit. No, you just joshed on us right now. I hope you know that. Somebody said clone, like somebody says key to him. But seriously, like, I either have to pick Breath of the Wild, which I don't like that style of Zelda game, or it has to be so fucking bizarre that it might as well not be a Zelda game. So can I just get a fucking normal, either like Twilight Princess style or top down Legend of, like, can I just get a Zelda game that's fun and not either really frustratingly hard or fucking so bizarre it could literally be called anything?
No, and here's why.
Ugh.
it should be called Legend of
What?
Go on. Go on.
That is true. He's not. Whoever's not in this is what the game should be called.
Oh, I would have loved for this to be called Legend.
Link
Right,
is
just
missing.
muted?
Why did you mute yourself halfway through saying that? You're still
Muted.
muted.
She doesn't know she's muted. That's why. She hit a button on her
Oh.
microphone by accident. She
Oh,
was
you know
getting
what?
ready to real talk school me, and then
Are we
muted
good
herself.
now?
Yeah. What happened?
Okay. I was holding my microphone and the plug fell out, and then it automatically mutes it when the microphone
Oh.
disconnects. But anyway, as I was trying to say before, I was rudely interrupted by gravity.
Fucking gravity.
Fucking gravity. I'm really excited.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I really thought she was just gonna go in,
Yeah.
she just whispers, "I'm excited."
No, I mean, a game that's not fucking Wand of Gamelon or whatever the fuck, the one you could actually play as Zelda, fuck that shit. Is something I have wanted for.
Sorry.
Okay, Josh, calm down. It is something that I've wanted for a long time.
So now it does. So I think Corey did an amazing job.
There we go. I was wondering who was gonna get to it.
Yeah.
But I loved Link's Awakening Deluxe HD, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah, that was great.
I love that art style. I love that world. I think this kind of takes place in a Hyrule that's similar to Link to the Past, which is kind of cool. Not entirely sure on that, just kind of going off of the minor clip that was played, but that looks good. I like the staff. I like the puzzle aspect of everything. It at the core, it's very much a puzzle game. Compared to something more traditional, obviously, but I've always liked that aspect of like these kind of games. So having something where like you have to look at what you have in your arsenal and what could be used to solve the puzzle is cool, and I really dig the aspect of being able to
Until you're like 3/5 of a way through a dungeon and you realize that you don't have the clone in your inventory what you need, and you have to go all the way back out to some random location to get it.
I'm sure the thing that you have to clone to finish the dungeon is in the dungeon.
Yeah, you say that now. We'll see.
But I like the aspect of cloning the bad guys and like fucking throwing them out as Pokemon. I think it's fucking cool. See, Adam gets it. No, I mean I love Monster Fighter games, so like that shit's up my alley too. Like you're telling me I can fucking summon an Octorok to shoot shit. like fuck yeah. Both of Zoras were in this game, like in the clip in this game. Are they gonna have a turf war? I hope they have a turf war.
No, we don't like turfs here.
It's a war, so it's fine.
Oh, so all the turf stuff.
It's a war on turf.
All the Zoras.
Okay, yeah.
The Zoras are joined together for the war against the turfs.
This got away from us.
Okay, cool.
Let's just move on.
Anyway, fantastic. Love it. Very excited. Comes out in September.
I'm glad we're fighting J.K. Rowling in whatever we're talking about.
Yeah. Zelda's really pissed at J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Understandably so.
Absolutely.
And Metroid. It exists again. Woohoo!
Yeah, the long rumored Metroid Prime 4 that what did they announce like over a year ago?
7.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a lot longer than that, bro.
No, but I mean like a year ago they teased that it was coming soon, or wasn't it something like, I know it's been obviously going on forever since the third one, but I mean I thought there was somewhere recently where they were like, oh, it's coming soon, guys, and then it was still like a long amount of time. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, it was announced like 7 years ago, and then they announced like, oh, we're starting from fucking scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't want another other M on our hands.
And so I know they did that, and then I think it might have been about a year or so ago, and they said, I thought they said we'll have more to like show off next year. I think might have been what they said. I don't remember. Sean's really into keeping up with this game. He might know. But the one it looks phenomenal. It looks too good for the Switch, which makes me think it's not
probably going to be a launch game. Yeah.
I think between like the new Pokemon Legends game and then this, both coming out next year, is one a surefire sign that yes, this next system will be backwards compatible. Not that there was any doubt in the world.
I mean, Nintendo gave up on their graphics a long time ago.
Yeah, but the fact that this looks like Metroid Prime 4 looks too good to me to be on the Switch. Now, granted, like Metroid Prime Remastered looked phenomenal. But yeah, I think it's going to be a launch with Switch 2 as well. So
I'm honestly surprised that they weren't like, Metroid Prime 4 has a name and Metroid Prime 2 is coming to your digital thing in a week. You can buy it
I was kind of surprised we didn't get a Metroid Prime 2 remastered announcement with this, because I'm sure they're going to do it.
I'd have to be honest, I didn't like Echoes all that much, but I loved Corruption.
No, yeah, Corruption was really good.
Just get to Corruption.
Morgan said I was still with my ex-boyfriend when it was announced. Oh, how things change over the span. Yeah, 7 fucking years is a long ass time.
Yeah.
And it's still not coming out till next year. So, did it have an exact date, or did it just say 2025?
I don't think it had an exact date. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Yeah, we're still probably looking at least another year.
It'll probably be like Christmas time next year.
I think we went through like 3 podcasts in 7 years.
I don't know what you're talking about. There have never been other podcasts.
This is the only one we've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's roll.
What is that one? Hold on. Can you play that again? I was watching Blitzwing take out Shrapnel. Can you play it one more time?
Let's roll.
What did he think was going to happen?
He was gonna roll out.
Oh my god, why? He just slammed his head into the. All right.
We don't know shit about it, but there's going to be a Transformers collab of some sort in this like current season of Overwatch 2.
Interesting. This guy in the middle looks like Fat Geo, or like maybe Mr. Freeze and Geo had a baby. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay. No, I see it now. Yeah. Anyway, that was all for this. I don't know if anyone plays that game, but
I do not.
Yeah, this is just a really kind of oddball looking thing. Sorry, I just saw Morgan's last comment. There is a I want to say this is probably like the second or third time this probably happened now, but Skybound's releasing a Marvel Comics compendium of issues 1 through 44, and then the short 4-issue Headmasters
Cool.
series that Marvel did. So like I said, I'm pretty sure IDW had Marvel compendiums too.
Yeah.
I also don't know how long the US Marvel Comics series is. I don't know if it's a volume 1, so
I was gonna say I want to say it's like 80 or 90 issues,
okay, so there's
if I remember correctly. Because I had back when they did those ones that were like 20 at a time, I had like 4 or 5 of those, I think.
Mhm.
And I think it was like 90. Because it gets weird. Like I think eventually like Optimus becomes a Power Master and Grimlock becomes the leader for a while, and
oh yeah, the Marvel comics are wild.
yeah, they got nuts.
They're robots, they don't have those.
They have nuts and bolts in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Get fucked!
God damn.
Lawyered.
Boom, lawyered. I might actually pick this up because I don't own any of the previous Marvel compendiums or anything like that, and it's kind of something cool.
They're also they're reprinting just the first issue if you just want like a little taste, but you don't feel like buying the whole thing. I think sometime next month they're reprinting just the first issue.
That's how they get you.
Mm-hmm.
The US run was 80 issues.
80? Okay, that's what. Yeah, I figured. I heard it was like 80 or 90. I was close.
But yeah, the Blade Runner said it has the copyright problem issues that IDW didn't have in their compendiums.
What does that mean?
Spider-Man and Circuit Breaker issues are present.
Oh, so the IDW had to get rid of those?
Apparently.
Spider-Man shows up in the 4th issue in the black costume, like a little cameo. You know how Marvel would just randomly throw their characters in whatever books they were doing at the time?
Yeah.
So
They do that with their movies too.
sometimes. I guess if they didn't have, if whatever the last person, IDW or whatever, didn't have the rights to put this place, so sometimes they'll have to cut out issues. I know that was an issue too for like I bought a Spawn compendium, and like 1 or 2 issues they had to cut out because like Neil Gaiman owned a character, and so, like Angela is now in Marvel Comics or something, so they had to cut that one out, and now they finally got the ability to put it back in. So that kind of shit happens all the time when they do these omnibuses.
When the hell does it come out? Next year.
Oh,
Yeah, so these fucking things. Does it say?
April 2025.
April.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Long ways away. There's 3 more one-step changes for Transformers 1. Megatron turns into a tank. What a fucking surprise. No pictures of Orion Pax's truck mode, but
As I'm sure
technically he shouldn't even fucking be able to change.
that's true.
But
Is this pre-cog or post-cog?
they transform, so they're all post-cog.
Yeah.
But I suppose when
Are
Orion...
you posting COG on the timeline?
Yeah.
For free?
Orion Pax gets his cog, he doesn't instantaneously turn into Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't
Cog
become
in
Prime until he
bio.
gets the Matrix.
So no, he's fine. We just don't have pictures of him yet. But
Megatron has some skinny ass treads.
don't tread shame him.
But I will be cog shaming.
Oh yeah, they all have cogs, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No, oddly enough, this is the first representation of like Orion Pax that we have. Because all of the other ones that are supposed to be like, oh, it's Orion Pax changing into Optimus, they're all fucking inaccurate. Because they lean harder into the Optimus side of things. So this is actually the first.
That's true.
Fucking hell.
That's true.
It's
It's the long-awaited Transformers Minority Report crossover.
It's just Optimus floating.
Yeah, he's hooked
It's
into a
big
machine. He's like, guys, I don't need the water. You can just jack into my arm or something. It's fine.
but yeah, these probably all suck. So
Remember when they made a Minority Report TV show? Pepper's Farm remembers.
the fact that 2 out of the 3 of these on the screen right now have boxes behind their arms is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be 3 out of 3.
Yeah, like if you're gonna put boxes behind 2 of the characters' arms, you might as well put boxes around Orion Pax's arms too. God, fucking don't exclude him. Pax wants boxes.
Don't box shame them.
Yeah.
not exclude, not include, disclude. I've never heard that variation.
Is that what I said? Did I say disclude?
You've probably never heard it before because it's not a word.
It's definitely not a word.
Most people will use words.
I don't know if you guys can get in. It's a very disclusive club.
Oh, it's disclusive.
Okay. All right. Core class dead.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's a shame.
Yeah, so like we never had listings for 2025 of core class. We were like, oh, they must just not be in the systems yet. No, they're gone.
You
No.
mean we're not getting another thing from Energon inexplicably?
Correct.
Okay.
It's
no,
not called
like
core class anymore. It's called Energon class, and
Yeah.
they're just doing all Energon.
it's just Energon.
I wonder why they
now
must
it's
not be
called Corpse
selling.
Class.
You'd think
One-
they would sell great though, because that way something quick you can give to a kid to shut them
Yeah,
up at the store.
you would think, but they honestly aren't. Like I feel like I just see the same core class figures at all of my stores all the time.
Well, they've really been phoning them in this year too. I'm sure
True.
that doesn't help.
But it says like there will be some more core class figures coming next year because we got that fucking ram horn and rat bat that are coming with the whatever the fuck Perceptor looks like.
Yeah.
And
So,
there
more or
was
less just not,
an interview from Australia, I think, at a toy show there, and whoever was there for marketing for Hasbro skirted around the question on whether core class was ending or not, but he did say that like whenever a line ends, like there's always something that takes its place, because like they want that shelf space, they want that like price point and stuff like that. So core class might be dead, but we might see like the return of like Micromasters and Minicons or something like that. So I don't think that price point is going anywhere. It's just probably not going to be for core class anymore. But yeah,
And
It's okay. I don't need it anymore. I've got Magic Square.
you're right.
Okay. Weeping news.
Yeah, that was fucking it.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
what? Okay. We went now at 24. Now it's we could go even longer, considering the last part of our game. It's where you try to cancel us. You guys have three opportunities.
The first three numbers I see in the chat, starting now.
Yeah. They're going to be selected in our number of...
All right, done. 38, 2, and 14. Sorry, we're closing. That's the first three I see.
Sorry, we're closed.
So 38 is the first one. Aresol, if you please.
Here I am. I'm back.
Billy! Billy!
My name's now Blaster. Don't you call me Billy anymore.
Huh? All right, Blaster, but I still prefer Billy.
That's the unaltered clip. Why is that even in there? All right, number 2.
Number 2.
Dunk. All right, and then the last one is 14.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as mean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look,
There's a fire.
there's a heart, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look,
There's a fire.
the face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look,
There's a fire.
you're lost out there and you're all alone.
There's a fire.
Waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look,
There's a fire.
everywhere you look. Ba-da-ba-da.